Well, how do you do, Buckaroos? And how the heck are you? So I just found this one today, man. The guy said he only got 2 cases, just got them in. He was already down to 1 case in a six-pack. So, anyways, Lagunitas from the 2017 One Hitter Series, Dave Murray's Best Scotch Ale. Runs 11.90, runs 12, so 11.99 a six-pack, I believe. Trying to get it right here. 9.5% Dave Murray's Best Scotch Ale. There is some writing right along the edges. My bifocals aren't even going to attempt to read that, but I will try to read you just a little from their website. This Scotch Ale is sweet but not cloying. It's strong but not brash. It's smooth and smoky like a good dram among friends. Cheers, 9.5%. 52 IBUs. Availability is February and March of 2017. We are right in the middle of March 2017. Sell my hose and pawn my shoon. Good ale keeps my heart a boon. I apologize for the bad Scottish accent. It's really not my thing. Cheers, cheers to the great bard of Ayrshire for this ale's epitaph. There is a beer, excuse me, I'll scratch my nose, sorry about that. There is a beer whose clarity's clear, can teach the mash paddle to steer, and fuels the brewer's mad career. This ale within is fine to brew, and quick to know, and keenly felt the friendly glow and softer flame of the heartful jolly soul. Boy, I wish I read that better. That wears this name. Beer lover, attend, whether thy soul soars in fancy's light, or on this earthly hole in low pursuit. No, Know, not no, but no. Water, barley, hops, and yeast are Dave Murray's root. What it's all got to do with beer. Give us a call. And they give a phone number. I suggest y'all call them 707 769 4495. Tell the Beer Whisperer sent you. They love it when you do that. I get letters, man. Tell the Beer Whisperer sent a call, man. So, anyways, let's get on with it, Tom. A 9.5%, 52 IBUs. The Beer Whisperer said. Anyways, my wife doesn't listen to me, so I'm shocked when anybody else does. So it is a little malty sweet on the nose, as a Scotch ale typically is. As you can see, I'm a bad boy. I've been put in the corner. They put baby in a corner, man. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, it's a little malty sweet on the nose. It is a little smoky as they describe using my Prairie Artisan glass here. But I have handy. Hmm, little earthy hops going on. Oh, 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 damn! Wow, wow! Good golly, yeah, that was wow. Don't you love it when I'm articulate? Oh, wow. Yes. Anyway, it's like a pig, time. Anyways, wow, gosh, golly. Okay, well, I mean, hell, it's a Scotch ale. It's meant to be a Scotch ale. It is big malty sweets. But again, like they say, so far, I mean, I'll let you know when I get to near the end of it. It doesn't feel plain and sweet. This feels appropriately malty sweet. I think we've gone so far to the end with bitter beers or hoppy beers that, I think for many folks, these malty beers feel like too much because they have, well, they are not what's trendy right now. It doesn't mean they're not done well. It means I don't know what it means. What I think it means is I just think a lot of craft beer drinkers' taste buds have changed, especially younger drinkers, but not all. I don't want to stereotype all, but I think for a lot of older guys like me that drink craft beer for the love of craft beer, not for the trends, I think a beer like this is always in demand. Dave Murray's Best Scotch Ale. Wow. Holy cow. I wish I could read that lettering, but it is small. shit's tiny, man. Anyways, they just kind of give that speech and the phone number at the end. Anyways, let's talk about the beer, shall we? Because I've been on for 5 minutes now and haven't really given you much to go on. So as I let this go, I actually didn't get this very cold, to be honest with you, and I didn't want to. I wanted it right about the right temperature because a beer like this, I'm going to guess, is probably best at about 55 to 60. I probably got it at about 50 to start with. Just a hint of smoke, not a lot. A lot of big malt. They don't say what hops they use, I believe, but I'm getting some earthy hops. If I had to hazard a guess, and really that's all I do here is guess. I mean, I don't speak in absolutes, man. It's all a shit house guess. Um, Strong, smooth, and smoky Scotch ale. Now they don't tell me, do they? I was hoping they give me malts and hops used, but they do not. Yeah, if I had to hazard a guess, I'm gonna say it kind of feels like Fuggles in here, but hell, I could be wrong. I'm often wrong. Kind of gotten used to it at this point. No, but I don't know what's in here, and it kind of feels like Fuggles, but it could be anything. Again, there is a lot of big malt. It is slightly sweet, but there isn't as much sweetness as you might think a beer this big might be. It is just beautiful. It is. Wow. It's making me happy all over. Really. I'm getting some. I'm trying to decipher something on the nose that I'm missing. And almost. Hold on. I'm gonna take another drink. I'm gonna tell you. It almost feels like I'm getting light anise notes or licorice, however you want to decipher that. This feels like just very light anise notes on the nose, along with that big malt. I'm getting some herbal notes, I guess. Maybe I should say that, since anise is an herb. Anyways, is it Tom? Is it really? Oh, it lingers on your palate. This beer does. I tell you what's really surprising me though is they describe it as sweet but not too sweet. It really isn't very sweet at all. I mean, many Scotch ales that I've had are much sweeter than this, and this one is bigger and bolder. It is big and bold and brash as they describe, but it never exceeds the bounds, especially a beer that we're looking at 9.5%, 52 IBUs. And the more I let this sit, the more I let this breathe, like it was a fine wine. The more I let this breathe, I mean, the more aromatic it becomes. The more I let this sit before I take the next drink, the more flavors I'm getting out of it. What I'm trying to tell you in my own inimitable, not very articulate way is that it is a Scotch ale may seem straightforward, but it is extremely complex. And it will give you something different both on the nose and on the palate. The more that you give it the opportunity to, it will talk to you, man. It's sublime. It's a spiritual experience. It is. Oh, wow. Mm. Oh, this baby speaks to me. Oh gosh, it's funny. We are in a craft beer world where everything has to be, either hoppy as all hell or have 100 ingredients in it. It's trendy for IPAs just to be have IBUs that are off the charts, or to taste just like juice for some apparent reason. That's the way to go. I I'm not knocking beers that do their own thing. I'm not necessarily knocking folks that like these beers, but I think because of trends, taking over craft beer, we lose sight of a great style like a Scotch ale, especially this one from Lagunitas that is just done brilliantly well. I'm getting almost again, like I said, before I was feeling some anise from it. Here I'm getting some almost very light molasses-like notes on the nose. That was that was describing as kind of sweet malt. You know, if you want to break that down, it almost feels like molasses. What's really interesting though is the finish, right? Um, the end, Tom, in this video. The finish, because I've had Scotch ales that do finish cloyingly sweet or lazy. This one does not. Not only, I mean, it finishes not sweet at all. It dries up completely. It's just done beautifully. I don't mean, I mean, I don't rate beers. I will tell you if it's a buy again or not. For me, this is a definite buy again. If you can find this beer in your neck of the woods, you're a moron if you don't pick it up. If I was to grade this beer, it would be, I mean, it'd be a perfect score, whether you're giving it a thumbs up, a 1 to 10, a letter grade, whatever you would give a beer. This one deserves the very top mark. I am Dumb to Beer Whisperer. I am Dumb to Beer Whisperer at the risk of repeating myself. Prolific beer drinker, a very modest man. Purveyor of Wisdom. I can teach y'all some shit. An all around good guy. I really am one nice son of a bitch. I'm here to tell you. So don't forget to call Lagunitas, tell them the Beer Whisperer sent you, because they love that, man.